Extraordinary situation of the National Crime Agency sending out a warning, unprecedented alert to all schools, not just secondary but primary as well, warning teachers about the risk of children being targeted in sextortion scams. This is where kids as young as five are being tricked into sharing explicit photos of themselves. This is not just, you know, the odd horrific paedophile. This is actually organised gangs as well. This, by the way, as we're told, that head teachers should make sure all pupils hand in or lock up their phones at the start of the school day. Seems pretty obvious to me. Let's talk to Chris McGovern, chairman of the Campaign for Real Education. Good afternoon to you, Chris.
Hello there.
Thanks so much for joining us. Just first of all, this alert, you were a head teacher, you've been Ofsted inspector, so what? I mean, this alert from the National Crime Agency about sextortion is incredibly worrying, isn't it?
It's massively worrying. It's a serious issue of child abuse. I mean, it's common sense, of course, as you point out, that schools shouldn't be allowing mobile phones onto the premises. My school was one of the first to stop that 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, it's a major problem, and we've got to do something about it. Yes, we've got to educate parents, we've got to educate youngsters, but I'm having more sympathy these days with saying, well, actually, maybe we should not be allowing under 16s in particular to have mobile phones, and that's against most of my instincts, but I don't know what else we can do. Or we get the companies who are running or making these phones to actually restrict the sites which young people can go onto.
Well, you say but the only way you can do that, and this is the problem with all these things, is that then everyone else will have to identify themselves and to show that they're over 18. That's when you get into a sort of a papers, please society, which would worry me. But this is the thing, a lot of this is about parenting. But, you know, as a parent of a teen, you know, it is hard for parents to say, well, you're going to be the only one who doesn't have this kind of phone. But we do need to have some more monitoring by parents. Parents need to step up. You monitor. Most parents, maybe not all, would actually like, you know, who are you going out with? I mean, you know, I'm going out with my mates. Who? Where are you going to be? And yet not monitoring at all who kids are talking to or, you know, sending messages to on their mobile phones. So we need to teach parents they need to do that.
You know, Julia, parents come to us sometimes for advice, and they're increasingly saying to us, it make life so much easier for us and so much more possible for us if the government would just ban mobile phones for young people. Now, I know probably not what you want at all, but sometimes we ban them from having alcohol, we ban them from having drugs, or we try to stop them. And we've got to sometimes, although it's very hard to do this, we've got to do the best we can to restrict the use of those phones. And parents are saying it's easier for us if the government says no.
Yeah. If that's the law and we're not breaking the law, yeah, you're right. I mean, things like my daughter didn't allow on things like WhatsApp until 13, and then very limited and things like, because, well, no, it says 13, you know, and I was able to sort of, well, that's the law. I can stick by those laws. Maybe some others I've been a bit more lax about, I have to say. But this is the thing. It would make it easier. However, what, you know, we know that a lot of parents are going to say, you know, carry on as you were anyway. And there's lots of things that these phones can be used for that is actually very useful. Now,